Well, if you have a product that's about finished, is that when you try to get the marketing people involved? Or does it have to be finished before they develop the plan? When do they come into the picture?
They usually come into the picture, well, they come into the picture even before a project is recorded, because the first part of it is doing the P&L process. And in order to do that, which is now an essential part of the process of a recording project, because if it doesn't pass the P&L process, you either don't get it green lighted, or you have to convince the powers that be that there's a compelling reason to do this project, even though you're showing you're not going to make any money on it in the first year. So in that regard, sales and marketing is involved even before the project is recorded. It would be a situation like I'll be working on developing the concept of a project, and then I'll kind of pitch it to sales and marketing, say this is what we're planning on doing, this is how the artist's last project did, this is what's going on in terms of touring and other things, and they get back to me with what they think they can ship and sell in a one-year period, how much they need to do that in terms of co-op dollars, how much our marketing department needs in terms of advertising, radio promotion, and all those other things.
Who's the guy that gives the green light?
Well, it's a process. It's actually, we have weekly P&L meetings, and we all sit down in a room, including the head of finance and the president of the company, Glenn Barrows, and we go through these projects, whatever project is on the agenda for that week. And if in going through that process it looks good, you get a green light and you move forward. I always solicit information in advance of going into that meeting, so I have a good idea of whether it's looking like it's going to be a viable project.
How many new records a year does Concord release?
Somewhere in the neighborhood of 80.
Whoa.
Yeah.
80 new records?
No, well, new including catalog releases.
Okay.
I mean, new releases. So we probably do 50 or probably a good 60 reissue compilation kinds of projects.
And then another 20
or so
new recordings.
Yeah.
Do you do most of those?
No.
Who does them? John?
John is John Burke is our head of A&R. So he's the head of the department.
Right.
And he produces some of them. You know, independent producers, depending on the project, will get involved. Because we're much more than just a jazz company now.
Right.
Jazz is my area of focus, but you know, with the Ray Charles record and other records, like this new deal that we formed with Starbucks, a partnership with them to form the Hear Music label, we have a Paul McCartney record coming out.
I heard about that.
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
So I'm not producing it.
You're not. Too bad. That's a pretty amazing proposition, though. Paul McCartney's going to make a record for Starbucks.
Right.
That's cool. Wow, different world.